And then what did you make of Sophie Cunningham's flagrant foul on JC towards the end?
It was a flagrant foul.
Do you think it's like defending Caitlin or defending the team, or how do you view just how it all?
I view it as a flagrant foul.
That's about the game too.
Yeah, well, I mean, you guys came for basketball.
Yeah,
Let's talk about basketball.
Yeah.
Come on now.
What do you think of just how you all were able to pull in the second half, Caitlin, in
We're
particular?
going to the Commissioner Cup Championship.
Let's
That's
go!
pretty exciting. Y'all want to talk about that? Let's talk about that.
What do you think, again, in the second half?
What would happen if we told you that Caitlin Clark might quit the WNBA after only one season? Yes. After packing, take a last 3 shots and dip. Caitlin has had enough with Marina Mewbury tossing fouls like dodgeballs and blind umpires who seem like they're trying out for a circus. Is this a reality show gone wrong or the League of Dreams? If this story is accurate, the WNBA will lose its biggest star more quickly than a referee misses a foul. So grab some popcorn.
NBA record. This is her second season. And you put the numbers together, that's like 10 seasons. That girl did it in 10 seasons. That means she had 1 a season. Caitlin Clark is... when Caitlin Clark gets to 10 seasons, she's going to have 100 of these. And y'all can't get a girl her roses. Now, I don't like the fact that she be getting woke because she don't want all these lesbians to be mad at it. At the end of the day, is the woman putting in the work, she's putting in the work.
It's official. Fans are tired of seeing Caitlin Clark serve as a sacrifice for a league that isn't sure if it wants to expand or stay the same. She is the main character in a drama for the 2nd consecutive season, and for some reason, people still expect her to pass the ball, smile for the camera, sell tickets, take the hits, and then thank her detractors. Fans are becoming enraged rather than merely frustrated. The internet campaign to defend Caitlin has evolved into a full-fledged emotional custody dispute between her supporters and a league that continues to treat her like a chew toy.
Is all going according to plan. This is ideal. Caitlin Clark is holding up her end by being awesome and by being a trash-talking jerk on the court. Love it. Her teammates are holding up their end by having her back. The other players in the league are holding up their end by not liking her. Perfect. Couldn't have written a better script. Caitlin is talking trash to this girl's hard fouling her. Her teammate Sophie Cunningham, who got a black belt in Taekwondo at the age of 6, she's like, I will F you guys up. All of it's great, and Caitlin's a killer. 10 out of 10.
First, let's address the obvious. It is because of Caitlin Clark that the WNBA is ever discussed outside of high school gym throwbacks and Tuesday night Twitter debates. Jersey sales are skyrocketing and ratings are soaring. In cities where no one even knew they had a team, arena seats sold out. She is this league's walking, talking, 3-point shooting lifeline. What is the league's reaction? With more elbows than a WWE Royal Rumble, dubious referee calls, and chilly teammates.
Clark is driving the WNBA insane. It's to the point that she may need to step away from the WNBA, have a billionaire come in that has the money to prove a point, and say, Caitlin, I'll pay you $50 million just to see if the WNBA can make it without you. Let's go create a completely different league and expose the hell out of the WNBA just to embarrass this Angel Reese girl that Jameel Hill just said she could go down as a Michael Jordan of WNBA.
Do you recall when everyone stated she was being accepted into the league just like all the other rookies? Yes. When you say welcome, you mean being mugged in the middle of the court as the officials whistle Dixie and turn away as if they had just dropped their glasses in a Looney Tunes cartoon. A welcome party is not necessary for Caitlin. She requires a chiropractor and a security detail. Then there is Marina Mewbury, who chose to shove in the middle of the game as if she were trying out for a linebacker position. The NBA most likely sent her a contract because of the aggressiveness of the foul. Caitlin, however, jumps up as if nothing had happened because, at this time, getting smacked is simply a part of her pre-game routine. Repeat after stretching, shooting, dodging a flying elbow, and then cleaning up. The fact that Caitlin is always labeled entitled whenever she even breathes too heavily close to a veteran is completely absurd. Her receiving a harsh foul is a normal aspect of the game. They accuse her of being distant when she doesn't take it personally. She could be chastised for not tossing the ball to a teammate instead of saving a puppy during halftime. In the meantime, the league is receiving digital CPR from its fan base. Fans scream into space, push replay, and break it down frame by frame by fame like it's the Zapruder movie every time someone clocks Caitlyn like it's amateur night at Fight Club. Why isn't that a flagrant?
I will say this. When Caitlin Clark was out, they lost 55% of their viewership. So, like, basically, Caitlin Clark is paying all their salaries.
Pretty much.
I mean, at the end of the day, you can hate her as much as you want, but she's brought in millions of fucking dollars. So you should be kissing her ass.
And that kind of defeated the purpose of Angel Reese's argument of she's like, hey, it's not just Caitlin Clark that is bringing all the viewership to the WNBA. It's like, well, it definitely is. It's like it kind of proved that with the viewership rating being down that she significantly increases viewership with
They try so hard to compare her to Caitlin Clark. They try.
The league is more vocal about the dress code than player safety, and the referees are quiet. The environment as a whole seems to have gone crazy. Fans are now inquiring about more than simply whether Caitlin Clark ought to remain. They are pleading with her to go. Suppose she signs a shoe contract, goes to the broadcast booth, or simply brings her skills to Europe, where basketball is basketball and not a high-stakes game of let's see how much abuse one woman can endure before she passes out overseas. She would be compensated, protected, and most likely met with flowers rather than flying elbows at the airport. The WNBA is, let's be honest, feeding Caitlin Clark the same garbage every week and operating a content farm for her. Bad decisions, needless drama, and no help. It is seen by fans. It is seen by the media. Love or hate, she's the whole show, so even those who act as though they don't like her secretly check the calendar to see when she's performing. However, nobody enjoys seeing the protagonist undermined in each episode. In just 2 seasons, she has contributed more to the league than other teams have in 20 years. She even receives the same treatment at her own party as a visitor. Even the advertisements are weird. Come see the others, including Caitlin Clark. The rest of the league seems to be confused Destiny's Child, and she seems to be Beyoncé. No bias, just the facts.
Fever and Sun hold a brawl and a basketball game breaks out. This was something. Caitlin Clark, without question, gets raked across the face. I think she gets poked in the eye, but it's difficult to tell.
If you're the Indiana Fever, you cannot stand by and let that happen. They need to make it clear to the officials. If you're going to let this happen, then we're going to stand up for our player and make a mess of the game, and you're going to have a big mess on your hands. So you need to stand up for this. You need to do something about this.
You just learned with definitive data and beyond question that Caitlin Clark controls more than half the audience for the entire WNBA.
Not to mention the ongoing gaslighting. It's not that horrible. She is exaggerating. She has to prove herself. Oh, really? Because she had more stripes than a zebra in a barcode factory the last time we checked. She's scoring 25 points, dishing out 8 assists, and committing 12 microaggressions every game on average. Grinning while doing it. What else is she supposed to do? Can you levitate? Supporters aren't dumb. The double standard is evident to them. They observe how the league blatantly disregards other players while going above and above for some. They witness the locker room politics, the forced narratives, and the passive-aggressive interviews. They're also worn out. They're sick of seeing Caitlin battle for room on the team she created. They're sick of seeing her ignored in the all-star voting process, as if it were a popularity contest in middle school. They have had enough of acting as though nothing is wrong. She won't be able to hack it if she leaves after the season. She will be able to recognize when she is being played, because she is intelligent enough. Let's face it, leaving could be the most powerful move of all time. The league that was constantly discussing her would have to deal with a very quiet reality all of a sudden. There will be no more sold-out venues, record-breaking streams, or casual admirers tuning in to watch her new move. Then what? They hope people forget, bring back promotional bobbleheads, give away 2 tickets for 1, and paint motivational sayings on the court. Not at all. Spoiler alert. As soon as Caitlin Clark leaves, the WNBA is once more reduced to a trivia topic. Hey, do you recall the league where that superstar briefly appeared? What became of them? And don't even begin with the camp that says she should stick with it. Through criticism from the media, assaults on the court, umpires who have oatmeal for eyes, and players who are more concerned with playing defense than winning games, she has persevered. Toughness isn't always the solution. It is self-respect. In addition, how is the league failing to take use of this opportunity? One star in a generation is Caitlin Clark. Despite being treated like a human piñata, she manages to remain modest and sympathetic. They ought to be laying out red carpets, endorsing her, and creating marketing efforts that don't appear to have been photoshopped in 2003. But no, just more hits, more lost chances, and more shadow. The fans are fed up. They are not merely spectators of the games. They're keeping an eye on her. Like unpaid interns in the Caitlin Clark Public Relations Department, they are releasing videos, criticizing the league, and demanding justice. She won't be traveling alone if she chooses to end her career after the season. Millions of devoted spectators will accompany her. They get tickets, watch games live, wear merchandise, and unreservedly yell whenever she touches the ball.
I am sick and tired of the way they are treating my girl, Caitlin Clark. I am here to propose a solution. I think they need an enforcer. You know, someone who comes off the bench to kind of lay the smackdown on an opposing team member. I want to get the word out to the Indiana Fever that I am available. I'm ready to identify as whatever I need to in order to get the job. They need someone like me. Why? Because I'm not afraid of any 6-foot tall lesbian. I work out. Now, I have a couple of real good go-to moves in my bag of tricks.
The WNBA needs to start acting like it if they want to keep her, as it's currently making her feel like an ungrateful roommate. As she boards a plane to a place that truly honors brilliance, her admirers are prepared to pack her things, drive her to the airport, and celebrate. Caitlin Clark was the feast in an attention-starved league. However, don't be surprised when she decides she's had enough if all she receives in return is turmoil and crumbs. The cherry on top of this burning hot mess arrives just when you think it can't get any more ridiculous. The ESPN think pieces. He is going to great lengths to justify Caitlin Clark's shove, claiming that it was her fault that she owed Marina Maberry lunch money. Indeed it is. Since it seems that speaking trash in a professional sports league now entails being thrown across the court like a gym towel, the actual shove is forgotten. Don't remember that Caitlin didn't take offense, didn't deliver a blow, didn't even flinch. Like the poised queen that she is, she simply ignored it. She was engrossed in the game and stuck to basketball. Because she once grinned after making a deep three, ESPN pundits are out here with their detective caps, pretending as though they had deciphered the Da Vinci Code. She was the one who caused it. They claim that she requested to have her body banged between objects.
Oh, a snitch loves the shit don't like.
Well, they get into it a bit here. Lexi Holdown gets it. Hits the jet.
Sneak beside the
Shane and Cunningham are getting
This is a crazy notion. Perhaps, just possibly, talking trash is a component of the game. Breaking, it's not Sunday brunch, it's sports. You're not competing if you're not chirping. It was Michael Jordan. It was Kobe's lifeblood. Psychological warfare was essentially conceived by Larry Bird. Oh no, Caitlin Clark. It seems like an open invitation for players to stop playing hoops and start embracing their inner MMA fighters when she says trash. Rival players have even come out and essentially stated, yeah, that shove was out of pocket, some of whom would love nothing more than to shut her down on the court. Her teammates are not these people. They're not fans. These are rivals, some of whom have faced her head-to-head and are nonetheless aware of the distinction between tough basketball and outright thuggery. Despite this, they are more sensible than half of the professional analysts who act as though they have handled a basketball. Sincerely, you would have seen it on every sports program, news source, and most likely a theatrical recreation on Lifetime if Caitlin Clark had ever considered answering with a shove of her own. The unruly rookie finally nods off. No, though, she kept it tidy. She maintained her elegance. She made no effort to take offense. She refused to fall for the ruse. Despite everything, they continue to accuse her of being shoved. It's like holding your mailbox accountable for being struck by a financial motorist. It was, in fact, standing on the curb with a bit too much confidence.